See, things have come to head, time out for scare you, scary route today. And follow us down Courage Lane, they cages in, break down the gates. We want all the smoke, like we chiefin' on a pound a day, but not talking intoxicating rage, not this is far more tragic than what's comprehended. This has got to stop. I don't understand everything as a man. I'm authorized by God to make this petition. Believe it, especially when you hate and aim to kill a man.
You know the vibe. Welcome back to the hottest, dopest podcast in the street. TOTB is back in full effect. And y'all good? Welcome back to Thinking Outside the Box podcast. Man, we hope y'all enjoyed your week. We hope that y'all all good, man. Be sure you go like and subscribe to the show. YouTube, TOTB_show. Instagram, TOTB the dopest. Facebook, TOTB the dopest. And of course, you can just follow us on our own social media platforms and everything like that. But once again, be sure you like, subscribe, share all the episodes, especially this episode, because we are in full effect of season 3, man, and it's only getting more wild, man. I want to give a special shout out to last episode. We had Lil Eazy-E and Ace Ron in the building, man. Shout out to y'all guys. Salute. So look, we about to get into it because we already know, we trust me, we about to get into all the stuff. There's so much to talk about. But first, let's introduce the Thinkers, man, to the platform. If this is your first time checking out the show, my man right across from me, man, Philosopher, man, say what's up, where can they find you?
Black_IG.
You know what, directly next to him, man, Holy Man himself. Say what's up, bro, where can they find you?
And what's up, great people? Holy Grind, catch me at Holy Grind on Instagram or Holy Grind on Facebook, as well as at TOTB the dopest on Facebook.
There it is. Right next to him, man. You see him, we're gonna have some crazy stuff to say. Moolah, man, where can they find you, bro?
Find me at Moolah Monster Collection on Instagram. Check me out.
There it is. And of course, I'm Reggie Move Forward. You can find me at the NASSOCIETY or simply Reggie Move Forward on Facebook. And we are
Thinking Outside the Box.
So look, man, okay, all right.
Get in there.
We heard the messages, everybody that talked about it, and you got different TV shows, radio shows, you got industry people, you got all this stuff, religious people giving their input on what happened.
Yeah.
People been waiting for it, and it's only fitting that this platform is the last to give our final dose on what's happening. So, Brian,
check it out, man.
Tell them what we're talking about.
What is it, April 5th?
April 5th.
That's what they say.
It's April 5th. It's a long way to August. It's a long way to August.
Literally,
it's a long way to August. Man, listen, so it's just, what can we say about the buffoonery and the things that went on? Some people think it's crazy. Some people think Will Smith was defending his wife Honor and whatever. All I know is if it was defending his wife Honor, I feel it's still a long way to August because it's a long way to really defend her honor compared to what he has already allowed to transpire within his marriage. Now, I don't know if you all agree with that or if the brothers agree with it, but we're going to talk about it today. Because we know y'all want us to talk about it, so we're going to address it, all right?
We're going to address it once again. If you are tuning in, welcome back to season 3 of Thinking Outside the Box. This show is titled, first of all, if anybody is sensitive about this topic, I'm sorry, but we're calling it A Long Way to August, right? Because there was a situation, if anybody is, for whatever reason, been on the rock the last couple of weeks, there was the Oscars a couple Sundays ago, right? It was supposed to be something that was highlighting Black excellence. A lot of Black people was getting, awards, it was a Black producer and things like that, right? Mm-hmm. So, and it was hosted by Chris Rock and everything like that. So what happened was, Chris Rock, who is a comedian, right, made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith, highlighting something about her hair.
Wait, time out though. But was he really? That's the only thing that I got.
Okay.
We saying that he highlighted her hair, but if you look at the movie G.I. Jane, Demi Moore,
I get it.
She wasn't necessarily just the hair, body wise. You know what I mean?
she was sexy in that.
So it can't necessarily mean the hair. It don't necessarily mean he was aiming at her. Hell, we all just most people took it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of common sense.
But he a comedian, right? So who was to say?
But that's the joke though.
You think what did he never gave no punchline.
He said,
but it ended up with one.
He said right. A slap line.
He said to everybody who didn't know, he said, Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. Right? That was the line.
That was the line.
Verbatim. Now, when that happened, it was a quick, I'm glad, shout out to the camera work. The camera work shot straight to Will, who was like, ha ha. It was funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
He turned to the head, and he was like, oh. You seen that she wasn't laughing. So after that, you hear Chris Rock say, oh, here comes Will. Now, here's my perspective.
Richard.
And I'm gonna let the guys go, right? When Chris Rock said the joke, and he was like, oh, that was a good one. I don't think he meant any ill will with that joke, right? So when Will came up, Chris, in his comedic platform, thought, oh, here come Will, about to come up here, we about to shoot the dozens, we about to talk some shit. Smiling, kind of linked his face up a little bit to me. Will walked up, and I think Will kind of sucker punched him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And he hit him, turned around, flicked his Wild Wild West jacket down there like he was about to go back to the seat. And he sat out like nothing happened. Then he said, keep my wife's name out your phone. And I think the biggest thing for me is that, and I'll let the guys go, and you guys make sure you comment and give your opinion on it as well. I feel like Will Smith in that setting, the Oscars, Black Excellence, I feel like we took an L in that moment. We took an L. That was an L we took to slap that man like that for that. Now, people say he was defending his wife, whatever. People say that Jada is toxic. And, she got Will brainwashed. There's a lot of different opinions, but we here on TOTB, we want to give our opinions. We want to hear y'all's too. So, Scholar, I got to go to you first, Rick. I got to go to you first, bro. What do you think about that situation?
Well, I got like a sort of a different take on it. Like, okay. I look at it from this perspective, like, I look at it as being unfortunate, right? Regardless on which side of the fence you look at, I'm gonna always say that Will shouldn't have did that because, it's important that we manage our emotions. Yeah. So, but on the flip side is real life. So, some people getting caught up with the emotions, but then they don't want to really deal with the real life. The real life is he responded based on how his emotions led him, which was unfortunate.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? That was the emotional response. Now, I'm not going to really get into Will's paperwork and saying different things like that because I look at it like this. A lot of people been saying different things about Will and Jada relationship, not knowing how he feels. So I really can't really just ride him when I know men out here whooping women over keeping the car keys.
Oh, okay.
So, your homie, he proud about his domestic abuse of his female talking crazy to him or bad mouth. So we got to keep it regal. You know what I mean? We got more domestic abuse, but then everybody knew what Will should have did. You know what I'm saying? So so my take on it, I just think it's kind of like unfortunate. I think Will emotions and the expectation is y'all expected better from Will. Right. This is the expectation, but Will's still a man.
Well, okay. With that being said, Will's still a man. Will Smith is he's not just a Will Smith is a mega star.
Right.
He's not just a regular actor. He's done movies. He's portrayed roles. He's did things that people would never see in his lifetime as far as the roles that he did. And just, his book and his speaking engagement things, so people held up to a different standard. Now, when that instant, this is the point I want to make. And I'm a Will Smith fan. Like I said, I listen to his music.
Yeah.
Whatever, call me whatever. But going up there on that stage and slapping him on that stage, I feel like we took an L as for the culture and that.
Well, in a sense, we've been taking L's. We ain't got blaming on Will.
Right. We ain't got
You get what I'm saying?
All we gotta do is look at all this killing
all we
each
gotta
other
do
at
is
the
like
time.
turn the news on or some fugazi.
That ain't no hell.
But so, you know, only person back that's really proud is like Kanye, so he can get his face out the paper. Like Kanye, like, you know, man, Joe, like, Will, you took this ill. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, I think it's unfortunate, right? Like, the expectation was so great that he ain't even allowed to express himself. You know what I'm saying? So you ever notice that when men express themselves, it always come out wrong?
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he should have did.
Though,
but go ahead.
Do you think Will was wrong?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Almost definitely he was wrong.
He's wrong.
He's wrong. Listen. Okay.
That's the question for you guys too. That do you think that Will was wrong? Do you think that he was justified? You answer that question
Listen,
yourself.
he was wrong. Do I understand why? Yeah. I understand why he did it. He trying to prove himself in a situation that to somebody. He trying to prove himself. It's like he want to be loved, doing anything to be loved by a woman who probably will never love him, bro.
Wow.
That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame it on her. I blame that on him. Just based off the things he said about Tupac and the relationship and how he can never measure up. Just like he trying to measure up to something that he can never get. Now, as far as him slapping him, the reason I think he wrong is because, first of all, that's one of our brothers, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's one of our brothers. You know what I'm saying? He could have handled it a lot better.
Yeah.
He could have went up there and said something in retaliation. Like I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they probably thought it was going to be, like I said, one of those Lavelle Crawford and David Mann moments where he went up there and started roasting them back. You know what I'm saying? And said something. He could have, because he wasn't defending her because she wasn't being attacked. It was just a joke made about it. Now, mind you, I believe both of them, Will and Jada, they deserve everything they get. And I'm going to tell you why. They deserve everything they get. Man, they destroyed a young man. I'm not basing this off of our opinion.
Who they destroyed?
August Alsina.
Shots fired.
Hold on. They destroyed him, bro. And I ain't talking about based off what we think. I'm based off what he said. Any of y'all see that interview with him and Angela Yee?
I didn't check it out.
When he said, that man said out his mouth, he said, man, I was deeply in love with her.
So, but Will deeply in love, but he can't get no love.
Hold on, no, that ain't what I'm saying.
You saying something?
No, but you.
No, I'm just saying this what the implied sound like.
No.
You said he hurt her. What hurt that boy?
Who hurt who?
Now
Hurt him.
y'all said that they hurt him, so love had to hurt him, right?
Let me finish. I'm gonna tell you what hurt him. So he said he was deeply in love with her.
Right.
He said he sat down with Will. He said I sat down with Will, and Will talked about him and Jada not being romantic anymore.
Wow.
And how basically he gave him the blessing to go ahead and be with his wife.
See, I didn't know that.
You look at the interview.
Okay.
He said to go and be with his wife. He gave him permission. So he said, and I was all in. The man was down there in tears. He like, I was all in. He said, I could die an honest man because I gave my all to that relationship.
But that's a double standard, what
Let
you
me
just
finish.
said, though.
There's no double standard. What I'm saying.
Go ahead.
So then, this is what he's saying. Now, do I agree with it? No, she's married, first of all.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't agree with it, but I'm telling you, with this young man, he right now, I think he's like 28, 29
No, he
years
in his
old.
30s because everybody don't get old.
No, he ain't in his 30s yet. He ain't in his 30s yet. He about 28, either 28 or 29.
Okay.
She 50, and we know we are like 53, 54, right? So he told him, you know, evidently he made it seem like, I don't know, but the way he broke it down, like, I talked to Will before, I just went at his wife.
It was an open relationship.
And he
was an open
said
relationship.
basically, Will told me, I'm not dealing with her no more. He said he talked about him and Jada not being romantic anymore.
Okay.
And gave me the pass to go. So he was like, I'm not a bad guy. He kept saying, I'm not a bad guy. I didn't come into
How did
nothing.
that hurt him?
Listen, I'm finna tell you. So he went on, he said, this is what he said out of his own mouth. The man said, for me to have to just stop. And this was why a lot of times, like, I could disagree with what Turbo say about women all the time. He know how I feel about, especially my black women. But I understand how a man like this can have the attitude like, I'm not finna give women, I understand why. I'm not finna give women the benefit of the doubt or the chance to hurt me because this man said, "Now I had to walk away from this."
So he was.
He said, and it was like I died.
So he was emotionally attached.
He was exactly.
Okay, well, hold on a second. This is what we're talking about.
And listen, and then
but
we're talking about Will. Now I'm addressing.
But hold up for 1 second. But the whole premise was the emotional part.
No, it's not the premise.
I mean, this is what we're talking about. Will ain't beating nobody out here, drugging nobody. We talking about emotion. Whether he got, and this is his wife.
Scholar, let's not go away from the question that he asked me.
I mean, I still don't understand the direction that you're going in.
He asked me how did I feel about it.
Right.
But he asked me
Was Will wrong?
Right.
And that's all I'm dealing with. And I say, and the reason I say he wrong is I'm telling you, I'm breaking down why I feel he was wrong is because of look what they did to this young man. And on top of that, you got the nerve to smack me, smack my brother up here who up here just telling jokes.
Yeah.
You smack him and tell him to keep your wife's name out his effing mouth. But it's okay for your wife to literally have other men in her mouth.
But it was the okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't expect that.
But listen, but that's but look at the thing. I respect your opinion, but I still disagree.
You okayed that.
I still.
You been lit your. Now I'm not saying I don't understand why. Maybe this was the as they say the straw that broke the camel's back, and he been dealing with so much, and he wanted to go out there now. But wait a minute, you gave another man permission.
Right, but here's the thing is.
To lay with nobody permission, but I'm smack you for talking about
listen what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is, Will, and I don't even know this, I'm not speculating. If he did have an open relationship and that's what they decided upon, that's their business as adults.
Okay.
You know, people kind of like taking this stuff personally. Him and his wife decided upon an open relationship, period. That's just this adult stuff right here, because men can be women and women can be
To the public.
To the public, right? That's that to the public, right? Mm-hmm. If Buddy brought that man into that relationship, not saying that we will, that's their business. You know what I'm saying? But the young man knew what he was getting into too.
In the dough.
So we're not gonna be playing all this.
The reason why I feel like too, like he did. Once he stepped inside that triangle, you know what I'm saying?
He got to take some responsibility.
He got to take some responsibility because you dealing with some dangerous shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying he don't have no responsibility.
They probably hurt his little heart, his little R&B heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But he knew he was getting in the lines.
He knew what he was getting into.
But I'm basing it off the premise that the man, off of what he said, and they never came out and said he lied. The man say it's like he everything he said I went like basically he said I got all nothing but love for them. He said, I love them people. He said, I still got tons of love for them. He said, so I never say nothing but, he said, but I sat down with Will. So it's like before this even became an issue, I sat down and he told me, listen, me and my wife ain't romantic. And this is, we just, right? We ain't, basically like it's a separation. So he said, I put my all. He didn't say I was just sleeping with her. He said he put his all into it. Like he thinking like, maybe they gonna get a divorce or whatever. Like Will tell him like we done.
Well, let me say this real quick. I'll give you 60 seconds real quick. Me not really judging Will personally, right? And I ain't saying that we doing that, right? We agree or disagree that he should have never put his hands on that man, right?
That's what I'm saying.
But hear me out. No, this is what I am saying. I'm saying he shouldn't have put his hands on that man.
Okay.
But there still was opportunity.
For what?
Chris Rock ain't nobody gave up his vote around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You could be a Republican or a Democrat. You still had opportunity. You could have been a stand-up, that's what you chose, but you could have also defended yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You had the right to vote.
I agree to that.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody running around here something for nothing. You could have voted. You could have not voted.
Went different way.
You could have went. You had opportunity. So, but listen, Will made his decision.
Yeah.
Now what?
Oh, yeah.
So everybody else who got on said, that man his decision. So whoever up the bet, make your decision. Don't get on TV. Make a decision.
Well, look. Hold on. Okay, look.
Go ahead. But you got the best.
Let's catch everybody. Let's catch everybody up.
Yeah.
Season 3 TOTB. We're talking about what happened at the Oscars a couple weeks ago. I'm glad that everybody else, all the other TV shows and radio shows, got their chance to get theirs out, because now we the official last one to get this out about what we think will happen, right? I feel like it was deeper than the joke. Per se. I mean, I don't feel like that joke was like a raw moment for him because he laughed and did whatever. I feel like ultimately, and then Will Smith wrote a book, right?
Yeah.
And he talked about in his book how he felt bad he didn't have the chance to defend his mom when his mom was
The abusiveness,
you
yes.
know, and if you listen to a lot of his interviews and things that he does with his speaking engagements, he talked about uplifting black women and protecting black women and things like that. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like the joke was what got him mad? No, I feel like Will has been bashed by other men. His masculinity has been questioned. So now he feels like, okay, I have to do something. Now, on the flip side though,
Right.
when Chris saw the man walking up to him,
Yes, sir.
like literally saw him walking up to him.
Drum roll.
Chris probably thought like, oh, we about to talk some shit, we about to
Right.
joke around. And when he hit him,
Right.
that initial, we all man.
Right.
If somebody, even if y'all my guys, if we talking and y'all walk up and hit me,
Right.
what do you think my first reaction is gonna be?
His back.
It depends on the situation.
Okay.
It depends on the situation, because that's another thing. What you talking about, like, just dealing with him walking up there.
Yeah.
Do you think if that was a white comedian, he would have walked up there and did it?
I love grind though. And you know, brother, I tell you, no, I'm not picking up.
I know. Do you think that?
No,
Do you think they even would have?
But that's why I said. That's why I said with the whole L thing.
Yeah.
We've been taking L's. You know,
I'm saying we took an L because this is supposed to be the platform of the Oscars. We celebrate. I mean, who got a nomination for Samuel Jackson or something?
No.
Like it was a lot of people.
but
like,
you can look at the reverse. If it was a
the-
white person out there that had some public relationship, would we be joking with them publicly?
No, he joked with everybody. Chris Rock talked about
No, I'm
everybody.
just talking
white and
about.
black.
I'm not. What I'm saying is to that degree, to that
So
serious.
you saying it don't matter who told the joke?
They even showed what's the old girl when she made the joke about Will calling him backstage. She was like, your wife okayed it already. Like she already said he ain't get mad at that. She ain't get mad and go slap. He could have took that offensive. Like, wait a minute. You see what I'm saying? So it's a double standard. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a double standard. That was low. That was talking about their personal business.
I feel like if you Will and Chris Rock know each other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, they done probably been in each other's homes, probably, right?
I hope not.
They done did movies.
I hope he ain't been in his house and
Listen.
slapped him in front of his people like that on
Listen.
national TV.
I'm saying
You
this.
slapped that man in front of his kids and his wife.
I think
he done
I
been
think
in their
they
home.
done been in it. I think they done been in
I
each
think he
other's
done been
house.
So that even more reason to make it wrong.
And it's more make it wrong for Chris Rock too. You know what I'm saying?
What's wrong? What did he do wrong?
Because what I'm saying is, like, I don't take no sides of it, right?
Right.
I just
Right.
look at it like
It's unfortunate.
right, and then I look at it like this too, right? This what happens when a woman in control. This is what happens. This is exactly what happens, Joe. Buffoonery. You know what I'm saying? All this is crazy over a road die. You know what I'm saying?
This
like,
how 100 bodies affect your life.
yeah, like I tell people, you know what I'm saying? We in control, women in charge. That's what I tell people. When she in control, this is what happens. A grown ass man, $300 million man, smack a comedian.
I don't agree.
This
I don't
what
agree. I don't
happens.
think she in control. He in control of himself.
But
now listen. Do I think Chris Rock was wrong? If you ask me, they both playing puppeteers. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be up there demeaning your people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about Chris Rock.
Either way,
Yeah.
they both on wrong.
Okay.
They both playing a role. You know what I'm saying? But that don't give him the right to go up there and put his hands on her. She ain't in control. Will is in control, man. Will is literally fighting to have a place in her heart that he would never have, man.
So she control. She
ain't controlling him.
you-
He controlling himself, man.
You know why she in
He
control?
controlling himself. She not
You know
in
why?
control.
Listen, you know why she in control?
I don't.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you why.
Tell
because
me.
that interview that you seen with August,
Uh-huh.
and you were saying that August when holler at Will, she had already talked to Will to tell August that.
Well, I don't know. I
You know what I'm saying?
You
That's
can
what
think
I'm
that.
telling you.
You can think that, but
She's
she's
an
not.
alpha.
She's not in control of him going up there and slapping that man.
Listen, she
he
had
did
that-
that on his
she
own.
had that man about to
she
cry
did
on the red
She
table.
did not grab him. Yeah, but that
Talking
don't
to
mean
a
that she in
meme.
control. She's not in control though. She's not. He's in control of himself. See, that's the problem. Y'all take the responsibility out of the man's hands. He got the decision or the choice to decide whether or not he gonna get up and go do that, man.
I hope so.
So he do. She
I
didn't.
don't think
I didn't
so,
see
though.
her. I didn't see her with no knife to his neck or no gun to his back. And walking
So she
around.
was a road out.
Now you talking about mentally?
Right.
You think she mentally in control? That's still
Brian, let
him.
me ask you something. Do you think the behavior is all Will, or do you believe that Jada shared any responsibility in his behavior?
That's a good
And what you mean?
Do you believe?
What behavior? Him slapping Chris?
Right, because this is what we talking about.
You putting it on Will.
Right. We
He
talking
messed
about
up the young man.
Listen, yeah, I didn't say all. I said that's on both of them. I said both of them. See, now you putting words in my mouth.
but-
I said, did I not say both of
But
them?
you had to talk with Will. That's what you really told
I said,
us.
what I told y'all, I said both of them deserve what they get. Is that not what I said?
Yeah, you said that.
Okay then. So I'm not putting all this coming, all the blowback that they getting, it's on both of them. But him going to slap Chris Rock had nothing to do. She didn't have no control over that. He ain't got no business going up there putting his hands on that brother, man. He had no business doing that. Now he did it. It was funny to me. It was funny to me. He still had no business doing it.
How you seen a woman control a man before?
But I done seen a lot of weak jellyback men. I done seen a lot of them. I know a lot of jellybacks. I know a lot of them who ain't married who jellybacks.
Hey.
Who think they who think they running women and women running them. They do anything they want them to do.
Right.
So,
let me ask you just one question. Right.
Stop it, man.
All the jellybacks.
Shout out to all the jellybacks out there, man. It's a lot of jellybacks.
Right.
Jellybacks.
So it was a whole jellyback situation.
Yeah, jellyback situation, man. That man it was funny to me. I'm not gonna lie. If people want to talk about whether it was fake or not, man, yeah, maybe it was fake, man. Whatever it was funny. You know what I'm saying? Because it was buffoonery. It was foolish.
No, what I'm saying, right? You don't think that Will got like he's struggling with something emotional?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Bro.
Right. So what
he needs to deal with that though.
Right, but we saying what's triggering it though.
What's triggering it? Let me tell you what's triggering it. And I dare you to say I'm lying. What's triggering it is the fact that he ever decided to even have an open relationship with his wife.
How you know she didn't decide?
Right.
They both decided. I put it on both. That's both of them. But it's up to him to say whether or not he agree with that or not. So you mean to tell me you married? Hold on, since you were. Let's go there. Let's go there. You married.
I'll go there.
Hey, let's go there.
He's not gonna
You
subscribe
married.
to that.
Yeah, we gonna make him because he wasn't subscribing. He wanna put it on a woman. So if your woman tell you we finna sleep around, ain't no different. That means because you in control of yourself.
Right.
See, it's up to him whether or not he's going to accept that. Whether she wanted to bring it to the table or not. I don't care if Jada brought it to the table or if Will brought it to the table. It should have never been because as soon as he opened the door for that, you open the floodgate for a whole lot of stuff. Right, and like we're saying, and the name of this is a long way to August. You want to talk about defending her. The first thing you should have did was put up your defense when this man came and sat down with you, talking about being with your wife.
Let me ask you something.
So if you Chris Rock, what are you doing at that moment?
At that moment, if I was Chris Rock, not me.
We gonna
Not me. I probably would have lost it, bro. It's been hard for me. We wouldn't have made it off that stage. It'd been an ignorant moment for black folks. Real ignorant. Because I probably would have made it off that. We wouldn't have made it off that stage. Say we would probably rolled off the stage, or he might not have walked off the stage. It would have been ugly. You know what I'm saying? But if I was Chris Rock, I would have waited. Oh man, because
Hold on.
Let me be a professional.
While you preaching, somebody need a congregation to come out and smack you.
Let me finish. When he slapped me, listen, ain't nobody finna get up on me like that. No way, bro. The Bible say pray and watch. See, I'm watching for stuff like that. Okay. Pray and watch. You know what I'm saying? I watch and pray. You know what I'm saying? When I'm out doing outreach, I don't just pray with my eyes closed. We all in the midst of all this stuff. People getting killed all around. I'm praying with my eyes open. I pray and watch, bro. But if I was Chris Rock,
right,
when he walked away, and he would have said, keep my wife's name out your effing mouth, I would have literally been like, but it's okay for another man to be in her mouth, but you're going to slap me for having her name in my mouth. And then he would have tried to run back on the stage, and they would have had to break it up or whatever. Then we finna get down.
One of the tackiest jokes ever.
Okay. You would have done it.
No, it would have worked. It would have worked. I'm just saying, for them two to be professionals.
But wait. Now let's go here. Now I'm glad you said that. You said it would have been tacky for him to do that, right? So, like Scholar said, Will got emotions, and you was agreeing to that. He's a man. So wait a minute. Chris Rock got his family out here, his kids, and he gets smacked in front of national TV with his kids and family in the audience. And he don't have the right to lose it or to say something in defense of himself. He don't have emotions. He don't have feelings. Why you think his brother and them taking it so hard?
You can tell Chris wanted to react a certain way. He held his composure. That's why I got respect for him.
Yeah, exactly. And I do respect that. He do.
Because he was like, I want to say something.
Chris may be hurt and he may see things in a different perspective. Let me ask you this, Grind. Like, what if Will and Jada did let the wolf into the hen house? As you would say, and at that, because we got to think about certain things. They've been together for a long time, so who they were back then is not who they are now. And so what if he let that wolf into the hen house? Denzel had said something, I'm going to be real quick with it. He said, the devil will leave you alone if you out here doing wrong, cutting up, right? He said, but he all up in your face when you try to do right. I'm just kind of like paraphrasing in a sense. So what if Will let the wolf in his house, seeing how, because it ain't with just her jaying down. What if he was able to have his way and found out she let me get down too, but man, now it ain't even cool no more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I really want to be with my wife. I really want to, but I let the wolf into the hen house. Right?
It went back.
Hear me out. I'm just saying because it was both ways, right?
I agree.
We can just assume. So now he dealing with all this emotional trauma because he didn't let the wolf into the hen house, right? And I think that's what we experiencing, right? He want to get it right with his wife, but the world won't, the public eye won't accept it. No, man, Joe, you let the wolf into the hen house, and then his emotions is coming out a different type of way. I think Chris knew I think they still had a candid relationship, and Chris wasn't expecting it, but I think Chris understood.
You understand
what I'm saying? I think he said at some point, one of us gonna have to keep our composure, because I see that my brother is out his body right now. Now, you understand what I'm saying? This is where I'm looking at it. And that's why I think when Will went up there and he started emotionally crying and stuff like that, he knew he let certain things into his space that he can't correct, but he do know he want to correct it.
Now I do agree with that 100%.
That's why I say it's unfortunate in the way Chris answered, because he understood his brother.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I can subscribe to that.
I agree to that. Like everybody think it's professional. I was gonna lead in that direction too. Like he let him slide. Like, man, listen, I already know what you going through out here. And maybe he thought like, man, I sent my brother. I sent him. You did this, and I must have hit that button because I know what you're battling with.
He gonna damage his brother more. If he say something expressive, he gonna damage his brother's more. If he say the real reason why Buddy was getting, he gonna hurt his brother more. But if he just go ahead and take that little bit, you know what I'm saying, and run with it with hopes that him and his brother could get back in agreement. See, here go the L that we really took. We don't know how to get in agreement. We don't even know how to suffer properly, right? People throwing people under the desk. Gayle King doing interviews. So what you think of?
But see that's the big. But you know what? That's really the biggest issue, though. That's really the biggest issue is these interviews. Because see, it didn't just go to. It didn't just go to. We found out. That she slept with this boy, and now here Chris Rock making jokes about it. And we think this the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, wait a minute. She took him on national TV, something that she should have talked about to him in his own home about. You know what I'm saying? Then he had the interview with Oprah. Then she had an interview with Oprah or something. Then she had the other one with what's the girl Gwen what's the white lady name? She had the thing and Jada and her mom, Jada Mothers and Gwen Paltrow. How do you pronounce her name? I forgot it. Paltrow. Yeah, they sat at the table and they was talking. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of stuff that was aired out when she was talking about him having sex with her and how it wasn't, like it was a lot of stuff that was aired to it. And Chris, knowing this stuff, so he did handle it. Don't get me wrong. He handled it a good way because he's benefited from it. His tickets is selling out like crazy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people coming to his defense. You know what I mean? Then you got a lot of people who think what Will did was right, talking about he defended her. No, that's wrong. You'll never put your hands on no man. You could have said something back, but putting your hands on something totally different.
Let me say this and I'm going to let you move on. Like, women, whether you in a relationship or you in a marriage, always from the beginning of time deal with cheating men. The flip side of the double standard is he or Will trying to make a relationship with a cheating woman. All her paperwork out there. You get what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying nothing about Will, about what he doing. All Jada paperwork out there, and he trying to hang on to his wife with the paper. But women do it all the time.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Women have men out here that did all type of scandalous stuff, and they stick with them, right? But see, when a man try to stick with that woman and try to repair, when her paperwork out there, this is what we experience.
Yeah.
Because how much simp and punk and all this stuff that you could deal with, would it be better if he just left her?
That you know what I think about that
I mean,
too?
it's a question, right?
You know what I think about that too? Like when you say that about his stuff not being out there, like I'm gonna just be honest. The reason I think his stuff ain't out there because the little triangle they had, you know what I'm saying? Him and that boy might have had something going on.
Oh, dang.
I'm just saying, man. Hey.
Oh.
You sit down talking. How do you have a casual conversation about sleeping with my wife unless me and you got something personal going on? You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't see that.
August fit the bill.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just something to think about. Maybe that's why ain't nothing coming out about him, and maybe that's what's really eating him up. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's a hush about what he doing, like you say.
He said, "Will a booty band."
I don't know. I'm just saying. It's suspect.
Booty bandit, I don't know what that is.
It's suspect.
So,
you can't talk to me about sleeping with mans, bro.
Moolah, before we switch gears, I want to ask Moolah about this because there's still, that footage is going to be here forever. I heard him slap, to the end of time. That's something that people are saying that Chris should sue, that, it goes to a deeper level of what people are saying. So, we asked each other this, but what would you do, man? Like you, not you as who you are. As
say,
right.
You smacked me. I'm falling the fuck out.
I'm falling out.
Yeah.
Stop, drop, and roll.
As Chris Rock, do you agree with Scholar that he understood the bigger picture? Was like, man, this is my brother. I know what he's going through, so I'm not about to swing back on him. I'm not about to bash him.
I think that was in his mind. Okay. I think that was in his mind. Okay. Because he had, like you say, he had opportunity to change the narrative.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So. He took the high road and he gonna benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? His kids gonna see it forever. That's detrimental, but life goes on.
I'll say this, man, before we switch gears. The reason why I feel like I said Will Smith is a megastar, man, and this was a platform that I feel like if he did have an issue with it, disregard him and even laughing at the joke. Let's just take that away.
Yeah.
If you had an issue with what he said, the joke about Jada, there is a different way to handle it if you truly had an issue. Indeed. Yo, hey Chris, we ain't on that joke. Or even in the back, hey, let me holler at you for a minute.
Don't do that. I'll holler in the back.
So I feel like the whole scene of him getting up, fixing his tuck, smacking him, going back to sit down, keep my wife. I think that was a show part to show that, I'm a man, I'm still Will Smith. I'm still Mike Lowry, goddammit.
Trying to prove himself to this woman, man.
You ain't about to. So I feel like it was a bigger issue. And Will does deal with a lot of emotional trauma. He talks about it in his books and his interviews. He gets real emotional when he does TV shows talking about stuff. So he's an emotional person, which is fine. But that has to be handled. I feel like take Jada out because I feel like that's a whole nother topic. But take Jada out. Will Smith is very talented, very successful. We shouldn't cancel him, man. We live in a cancel culture. We shouldn't cancel Will Smith because of what he did. Will Smith just needs to tend to his emotional needs because if that happens again in any setting, it's gonna be hard to explain that for a second.
Them rich people problems, man.
I mean, and I feel you on that. He could have said something over the mic. He could have just said something over the mic back. I mean, if you offend openly, the Bible tell you to rebuke openly.
And
you know what I
mean?
But he could have.
I know you got lines.
Yeah, he could have said something openly without hitting the man.
But,
you know what I'm saying?
But Will responded according to his emotion.
Yeah, and that's his problem.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's his
problem.
problem.
That's how you speak emotionally.
That's his problem.
You pop off.
That's what women do. They act out in their emotions. We supposed to see things, analyze them, and call them out for what they are. That's call them out for what they are. That's what a man do. We look at something, we look at a situation, we call it out for what it is. That's what Chris Rock did. He looked at it, he took that slap like, okay, wait a minute, I ain't finna just. He dealing with a lot of stuff. Okay, I will keep the wife's name out of my mouth. He analyzed that and called it out for what it was and said, I'm not gonna feed into it. He acted like a woman in his emotions, and that's his problem. He acting like a woman. That's why she say he make love to her like a woman. You know what I'm saying? She made a lot of statements about him.
But
you know what I'm saying? He act like a woman too much.
Chris Rock do have brothers.
Yeah.
He knew his father. Everybody hates Chris. Will was raised by a woman. This is putting blame in the end, but you could kind of see the feminine energy, being displayed. And I'm just saying, but I'm not trying to put no label on it.
It is what it is.
We have to be careful with that. But so more and more, we don't have enough masculine energy. More and more you're gonna see emotions.
You ain't gotta be careful with that. That's the truth, man. any woman that get offended because they raise a young man on their own, and they get offended because other men who raised by men feel like that young man is more feminine, then that means there's something wrong with the woman, because the woman's supposed to be feminine. You can't teach a boy how to be a man. That's why so many of our young men that don't have fathers are locked up and dead. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth. It is what it is. It's not down on a woman. I'm not down on you for being effeminate. I'm not down on you for that. You needed help raising that boy. That's why it took two of y'all to make it. It took two of y'all to make that child. It took two of y'all to raise him properly. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he can't be productive. I'm not saying he can't be productive. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not being raised by both parents. But he needs that male figure in his life.
At some point in life, you're going to see the deficit.
Exactly. To stray away from that femininity that you saw in a woman.
Yeah, I concur.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a long way to August, man.
Long way.
I'm glad we was able to give because people been hitting us up, man, like when y'all go talk about the topic, but I'm glad we had this platform to talk about it. Glad that it's over. I'm pretty sure they reconciled it. They talked about it since then, but still in all, man, I feel like that instance is always going to be that. It's always going to be that. We can't erase it. So now just try to move forward from it, right? So with that being said, we do a lot on this show, man. We in season 3. If you have been following us, be sure you follow, like, subscribe. Like I said, TOTB _ on YouTube. TOTB the Dope is on Instagram and Facebook. And what we do now right there at this time is we go to grind, because grind, it is about that time.
Man, it's about that time. Shout out to the plug.
Shout out to the plug.
Shout out to the plug, man. I just want to, I want to share something with y'all, man. I just, I like watches, man, in cologne. My wife like watches in cologne. And I seen this dope line. This something I'm doing off the bat today, man. Tally and Twine watch collection. Okay. Tally and Twine. They say it's black owned, a black owned company that's making watches, man. I want to shout them out, man. Y'all check them out. They got some nice merch on Tally and Twine, man. Watch collections. Y'all check them out, man. Also, man, y'all know where to get the latest and greatest on apparel, man. Moolah Monster collection.
Check us out.
Check them out. Spoil Riding the latest addition to the entourage of clothes that he got. All right. Then we got. Listen, I'll make sure y'all get this. I'm still waiting. The pursuit of moving forward. The pursuit of moving forward, man, by our very own Reggie, man. Y'all check them out, man. Hey, bro. Also, what's the new podcast, bro?
Oh, Bars and Buckets, man.
Shout out to the bars.
Shout out to the Bars and Buckets, man. The podcast, man. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. Man, if y'all ain't, man, I hear your blessings pouring, Lord. Let them rain on me, come as humble as I know. Pray your grace on me, get mercy for the low. When you discount our faith in thee, I'm humbled even more. It's the one that you be with me. Listen here, man. If y'all ain't up on it, get up on Holy Grind, man. SRT. Sin, Repent, Travail. It's on all streaming platforms. Holy Grind, SRT, Sin, Repent, Travail, man. Y'all check them out, man. Shout out to the plug.
Shout out to the plug.
You got a mean little concert, man. Y'all weren't ready for that, man. That was a little hitter.
I was looking for a watch.
There you go.
Okay, so look, man. Y'all know what it is. It's that time to get to it. One of the most trending segments of this show is called What's in That Bag.
What's in that bag?
And what we do here is you guys send me a letter. I'll read through them, and try to pick the best one for the show. You tell us what you guys got going on. You give us your issues, what's going on in your life, right? We'll read it to the thinkers. They give their opinion. I finish off with mine. Hopefully we help, because, man, sometimes we don't. But most of the time I feel like we saving lives. I think we're giving the best advice possible. You think so?
I think so.
I feel like it is. So with this week, I feel like it's only fitting that this letter is perfect for this show. And fellas, thinkers, please give this person the best advice possible. And you guys as well, if you're listening. You guys ready?
Let's go.
All right. It says, what's going on, fellas? Just call me Mike. I am a fan of the show, especially this segment, so I'm curious to hear you guys' advice. I got a close homie who's been with his girl for about 2 or 3 years, and he loves her. He hasn't been the most faithful guy in the beginning, but I would say by now he's over it. In the last few months, he's been really, really committed to being right by her. I applaud that. Actually, he bought her an engagement ring he sent me a picture of. He's going to propose to her on her birthday in a couple months. That's what's up. A couple nights ago, I took my little side girl to a hole in the wall spot, and I saw my homie's girl in there standing at the bar. I panicked because she knows my girl very well, and I didn't want her to front my move. But then I saw a tall, black, Barack Obama looking dude come to her with a drink. Then he tongue kissed her in her mouth. Bro, it threw me completely off. I was so shocked that she ended up catching me looking at her and him. She walked over to me and my side chick and said, "Hey, cuzzo, what you doing here? Good to see you." Gave me a hug and whispered in my ear, "Don't be stupid. If you tell on me, I'm gonna tell on you." Then pinned back off to her date. Man, she playing a dirty game. I wanna tell my homie, but if I tell my homie and she tell my girl, I'm on my 3rd strike and I'm getting kicked out the crib.
Mind your business.
What should I do?
You need to mind his business.
Okay. You shouldn't say nothing to his homie.
I'll leave that alone.
Whew.
What you gonna do with this one?
I mean, they date. Brad, what's the rule? They date. Nobody. The thing is, you got a behind the camera scene. Everybody date. Buddy got side chicks. He got y'all date until they get to the middle and deal with the scene.
The man brought her engagement ring.
Yeah, but she don't know, do she? So if we took the ring out the equation, they both doing the same thing.
Grind, what you got?
Bro, if you a real friend,
Right, that's
see,
what
I
I'm
can't
gonna say.
stand disloyal people, man.
Okay.
It ain't nowhere in the world neither one of y'all could be engaged. Tell me y'all finna get engaged, and I see y'all woman with another dude with his tongue down her throat. Come on, man. Dude, bro. Don't you gonna tell on me?
Please.
Well,
tell
okay,
me.
don't worry about it. Go on and tell, cause I'm calling him now.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Go tell. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta prove it. You know what I'm saying? And all you know what I'm saying? Now whether he believe me or not, that's on him. Yeah. But I'm gonna let him know, cause that's my man's. He said that's his homie. Yeah. I don't call everybody my homie. Yeah. Now if he ain't your homie, that's something different.
Right.
If he just an associate, you know what I'm saying? He's just somebody you know. You know what I'm saying? It ain't your business. Right. They ain't married. But if it's your homie, and he be probably want you to be one of the groomsmen, come on, man. And you don't tell? Dude, man, get out of my face with that, man. I'm tired of this loyal people, man. Man, it's time to, man, tell on them, man. I'm telling.
I think if this female and them had a strong enough relationship, it'll be going in the direction that it's supposed to go into, where y'all know each other and y'all be able to do these things. It's too much fugazi backdoor stuff going on for me. You get what I'm saying? For me to say what's right and what's wrong. He seen it. He could tell it. Buddy could leave it alone, whatever. But his paperwork messed up too.
I was thinking about that.
This is what I feel like, I would want somebody to tell me.
Okay.
First, right? And then second, if once I tell my guy, you know what I'm saying, her credibility shot, even trying to get me killed.
Come on, man, on the real.
She a liar and a cheater.
Come on,
but
man.
let me ask you this.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not even worried about that.
Too?
Yeah, but I'm not even worried about that.
Period.
But here what I'm saying is we not coming into the relationship righteous, but we want a righteous outcome.
Oh, that's heavy.
That ain't, he telling me.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I'm telling you.
I'm not a good person.
He didn't say he was married.
Right.
He said he was with he said my girl, and I got a side girl. He ain't said nothing about I'm married and got a side girl.
I'm not even talking
So
about the
my
person
whole
who
thing
saw it. He said his guy been cutting up all through the flick and just decided to slow down.
Right.
And he said, and he's slowing down. Now he finna go get her ring and engage to her. But he been cutting up all through the flick. He just decided to slow down.
He said that?
Yeah.
He said his guy been getting down with all type of girls.
He started off the relationship not faithful, but now he's trying to do
I think that's everybody.
That's
though,
everybody
almost.
though. That's what I say. That's courting. That's courting.
That's what I'm saying. So everybody doing their own fucking thing.
I think was the key part.
He want to commit.
I think the deciding factor for me, if I would tell or not, you just came up and did a whole acting job. Hey, cuz, you know you're my motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, cuz,
Deceptive.
don't be stupid. If you tell them, wait a minute, you don't blackmail me?
Blackmail me, exactly.
right.
Against my homie?
Yeah.
Now if that's my friend, he probably like, do you think if he probably know he think he the only one? That may be why he finna propose.
Yeah.
I'ma let you know you ain't, bro. You ain't the only
She
one.
better off telling me like, look, we having problems and you know he doing his thing,
Hey,
I'm doing my thing.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to do
Right,
this old
he-
movie
yeah.
shit.
Can't even do
You
that.
know what I'm saying? Like, no, girl.
And listen,
Not against my guy.
Matter of fact, go give me a drink. Let me think about it.
Listen, he gonna tell his buddy.
Yeah.
He gonna say, man, Joe, I saw Woo-Wop. Straight up. Yeah, Joe, she was with this tall Barack Obama type nigga. Joe, what was y'all with? Man, we was over at the little hole in the wall. All right, Joe, wait till I see this bitch. Hey, my man said he seen you and Buddy over there with, Woo-Wop the fan.
Yeah.
That's my friend. You know, me and him was hanging out.
spinning.
No, he said that y'all was in there making out. I used to kick it with him, and maybe your friend thought that's what he saw, but me and him don't have nothing like that. So you trying to tell me my man lied. All I'm trying to say is, you know how Raymond is. He got all them different bitches. He was up there with a bitch on his own. He was already up there with a bitch. So I don't even know why the nigga why he tried to come around with you. But my man wouldn't lie to me, Joe.
Yeah.
Babe, listen. Babe, me and you done had our problems and stuff like that. I wouldn't jeopardize that shit.
That won't work with me because...
hold on. I wouldn't jeopardize that shit. Well, babe, you know what? That's my man. And I do know he be doing some fugazi shits from time to time.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what?
That's psychology.
Exactly.
You know what? We'll just pick this shit up later. I'll talk to you later. I gotta go get up with my man. He not finna end that shit because your buddy wouldn't have told him that shit.
We not debating whether or not he gonna end it or not. The question is just should he tell him? I don't care whether he ends
What
it or
I'm
not.
trying to tell him-
All I'm gonna do is
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him be aware of what's going on. If he engaged to it, man, I'm just gonna let him be aware of what's going on.
Look,
That's it.
I'm gonna know what.
Other than that, whether you believe me or not, if you still go with, if you accept it, I'm not trying to pound it in your head.
I'm gonna know
And I
what to
don't
tell
play-
my
I don't
man
play that
based off
male
of what he
friend
tell me
shit.
about
Nah,
me.
We ain't all friends and ain't no just
Ain't
no
no
friends.
friends.
Right.
I don't do
Either
that.
we friends or we ain't, man. If we friends,
But
then
what
we
I'm saying
friends,
is,
we ain't.
if you friend, you should have told DeMarc, if you jam down with these bitches, don't get engaged with her. You ain't ready.
He said he stopped. He said he stopped.
He said.
He said he stopped. He said he trying to do right. See, before you
Look.
get married, it's open.
That's what I'm trying to say. Listen, you ain't got your new chick. You been smash your bras and date her, and you can quit that shit overnight. That shit's still in you.
He said he trying to do
At least
right.
he tried. That's your
He
word,
trying to
right?
do right, bro.
He tried.
He trying to do right. And what makes you think he ain't
Hey.
ready? We all done been there, bro.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
see, you can't talk to me. I'm not no dummy. See, I done been messing around with a lot of women and then stopped and said I'm finna tie the knot and keep it legit. And that's what I've done. So he could change his mind. And up until I'm married, I'm free to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But once I make that vow to God, not to that woman, but to God, that's different. And when I got a friend who talking about making that vow to God, I want him to know, listen, just so you know what I saw. Now, handle that night. Listen, and when I go to him, I'm gonna go to him with a lot of sense. Like, bro, I know you didn't did your dirt. She didn't did her. Just make sure that's over with. That ain't nothing that's gonna carry on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even telling you to break up with her.
Right.
Y'all ain't
Yeah,
married.
'cause y'all can work on that.
Y'all got you just need to know, because anytime somebody tongue kisses somebody in public, that's deeper than just a fling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
When you tongue kissing.
So you saying he should mind his business?
I mean, to me, I don't really agree with this whole dating. I don't think it's really serious like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think we putting more, we feel more remorse for him when he kind of been doing his own thing too, but because he decided now he want to do the right thing, so we want everything to be right for him. You get what I'm saying? But I think everything is all over the place. She's single, he's single.
I think that's life though.
Right.
I think everybody go through, you know what I'm saying, phases of, you know what I'm saying, being, you know, young and immature, you know what I'm saying? Then we elevate. And I don't think our past should be, you know what I'm saying,
So
what
I'm saying is,
Amen.
you know, I mean, I do whatever what you want to do. To me, it really doesn't matter. What I'm just saying is, a lot of times men got to get to that place on their own. Know your woman and get there on your own. Because you'll fuck around and be a lifelong enemy running back telling some shit.
Well, it was on him anyway. I mean, he wasn't down anyway. You know what I'm saying? If I tell you and you lose, you know what I'm saying, you stop talking to me,
so be it.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I done told you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real nigga. As long as I'm real with me, I don't care how you think about me.
Exactly. I ain't got no problem being a real friend to you.
Right.
You got a problem being a real friend to me.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So look, this is what I'll say, Mike. Tell your guy, man. Tell him. I mean, even if, because the girl is definitely trying to finesse you. She's definitely trying to, you know, play you like, oh. I just don't hope, like, I agree with what he said. I'd rather you just come to me like, look, me and your boy got problems. I don't, you know, I'm sorry you saying this, but, you know, whatever. Don't come up to me like, don't be stupid, nigga. You tell out there, oh, who you trying to
Mafia or something?
Nah. So tell your guy, if she tell your girl that she saw you, hey man, baby, she lying. I don't know. She didn't see me nowhere. I was at Craig in them house, whatever. You know what I mean? But loyalty to me is huge. I would want my guy to be like, yo, I seen your girl out here getting tongued down. And after that, that's G shit to me. That's just the code I'm from. You know, if you seen, because I would do it.
Yeah, you have on my list.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I tell your guy, be ready for the consequences afterwards, because your guy may not believe you, and the girl may tell your girl.
Have anybody ever told you that they seen your girl doing something?
Yeah, of course.
That's real.
But this somebody who was my close friend, and still my close friend. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it depends on the level of friendship you have. But I would say tell them, just be prepared for the consequences, because that's messy. That's messy. Yeah. Hope we help with that.
Did you break up with him?
I'm married.
Good job.
Yeah.
But we're divorced. Okay, but look.
So it ain't the friend fault, and they still friends.
Right.
He's still down there. Yo, hey, see that proof right there.
Shit.
Because when she go, when that's over with,
No, I had to.
he warned her.
Look, even I can learn, right?
Should have it. So look, man, we hope that you guys enjoyed, man. Like I said, season 3, we doing dope things here, man. Please, if you do nothing else, be sure you go like and subscribe and share. TOTB _ on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, TOTB the dopest. Same thing on Facebook, man. We got a lot of events coming up. We just getting started, man, with the season 3, man. So I hope you stay tuned. Where can they find you, philosopher?
Black_IG.
You know what, Brian.
At Holy Grind on Instagram.
Moolah.
Hola Monster Collections on IG.
Of course, you can find me at NASSOCITY as you move forward on Facebook. We will see y'all next week, man. It's a long way to August.
Long way.
Till then, we are
Thinking outside the box.
See, things have come to head, time out for scare you, reroute today. And follow us down Courage Lane, they cages in, break down the gates. We want all the smoke, like we chiefin' on a pound a day, but not talking intoxicate and rage. Not intoxicating tragic.
Camped out at home for COVID? Join us, Indie TV, where you will see the talk shows, movies, drama, action, and comedy. Be the first and see it first. Sign up now for free at Indie TV.